Hello, everybody. I'm Aggie DaSilva, the CEO of Leadership and Sales Academy. We are in the middle of a pandemic. When you look at this beautiful sunshine, who could tell, right? Unfortunately. But at this time, everybody has something that they did not have in the past: time. So I decided to produce some videos to talk about two things: leadership and sales, or leadership and sales. This video here is about sales. And we're going to be starting with the 7 steps that involves sales. Why can I talk about sales to all of you? I have been directly involved and responsible for more than $50 million sales in my life. And I think there's a lot of things that I can train people or show people or demonstrate to people what can be done to be a better salesperson. I'm not here saying that I know everything. I'm learning every single day, and I love to get some feedback. But we're going to have to talk about the first step for sales. It's product knowledge. You have to know your product. That's the first thing you got to do if you are a salesperson. It doesn't matter what you sell. Is it service? It's car, insurance? But you have to know your product in details. I have to confess myself that I hated the details when I had to study the products. But honestly, that's something you got to do. And when you learn about the details of your product, it's not for you to show off to your customer when you have a meeting. I know that today, even if you're not doing presential meetings, you're doing it over the internet, video conference. I don't do any presential meetings with my customers in California. I do video conference. But the sales concept continue very much the same, except that nowadays we have the internet, something that we didn't have like 15 years ago, or the way it is working right now, or the way sales meetings are taking place at these days. The most important thing is to discuss those 7 steps. The first step is product knowledge, as I mentioned. You have to know about your product. But most important of all, you have to know what your product can do for that individual or for that company if it's a B2B, or what that product can really make that client happy the moment they buy it. This is something you have to understand. So I would start this video because as we're going to be producing a video every single week with the other steps on sales, we're going to be starting with this today for you to understand that you have to know what your product can do for the customer. So if you sell more than one product, I would strongly recommend that you start with your first homework. Put all your products on the left side, and then on the right side, you have to determine what that particular product can do for that customer. Because that's what is interesting for them. Not what is your product, but what the product can do. And the most important thing is you have to be proud of being a salesperson. I am a salesperson. If you try to hide that from people or from somebody or from the family, you are in the wrong position. If you are a salesperson and you're proud of it, you are very, very important person and individual, because sales is a noble job and it's a noble task. And it's a noble thing to do in the modern world. It could be different, but that's what it is. So today, we're talking about the first step, product knowledge. Study. But consider what your product can do for that customer. And the next week, I'm going to be talking about the second step, which is prospecting. And I'll see you then. Thank you very much for your time.